So we get a ball screen from like 12, 15 feet out here, and you'll see the defender goes under it, and Castle can just rise up and head over top. This is Davian Trammell. He's listed at 5'10". Castle's listed at 6'6". So we're already at a height disadvantage, already in a threatening spot with the ball, and then we go under. This isn't good ball screen defense, but the reason he's trying to keep everything in front and go under is because he doesn't want to put his teammate Ladie in a bad spot. If he goes over this and chases, then Ladie has to step up, and there's no one on the backside for Klingen. But I would like to see him go over and chase it anyways, because then we can have this help side defender, J. Paul, step in and cut off the ball. He's got to take a deeper route, sort of, to the hoop. He can't get a straight line. If we go over it on this ball screen, come on, Klingen. If we go over it, then he's got to come out here a little bit more. Especially if we can get in between the screen and don't do such a bad job of not getting screened. You got to be able to get some ball pressure. Like, you got to be able to not get screened as much. Just run through it. You kind of indecisive, and going under wasn't the right decision. So going over would have been the right decision, and then we could have this help side guy right here step in and get a hand, and then we play even. We're still keeping everything in front. He wants to keep everything in front for his teammate because we have no one on the backside. We can do that, but then we need this guy to step up. And if the ball goes here, you're not in great position right now. You should be in the line up the line. But we would have to sprint out and help the helper basically at that point, or just rely on a long closeout, which is not great. But I think you got to go over this and try and force it out of his hands. Again, UCONN in transition. Second video I've made like this in about 2 days. Just run the lanes perfectly. Rim runner going to go hit somebody down here. He's going to stay wide. He's going to stay wide. And there's offense behind the ball as well. He's going to trail behind, offense behind the ball. It's a long closeout. It's a deep shot, but it goes in. If we were to get the ball ahead, which we're trying to do all the time, we want forward offense. That's how good things happen. We get forward action towards the rim, and then we get offense behind the ball or in other places. If we get the ball ahead here, we can get forward offense and then attack out of the corner, get a baseline drive, and we have a drift spot. Newton would follow in behind for a crackback spot. He would go opposite. We can get a dump-off look, and then he would also re-spot up to somewhere along the wing, just a fill spot. But this works as well, and it's because we have good discipline, running good lanes, and staying literally as wide as possible on the sideline. Good distance behind the ball. Sprinting to the rim, hitting somebody. All right, I just want to point out this screen here from Samson Johnson to Tristan Newton. Looks simple, not that simple. Actually very simple. Just a pivot right here, right in the handoff position, DHO spot. And now you just pivot and screen and seal off. Pretty simple stuff, very effective. It's a really good screen. So that's all. So Newton's going to allow a straight line drive on back-to-back possessions here for San Diego State, and you're going to see the effect of having a guy spaced in the corner versus having a guy a little bit more in the dunker spot in the corner. It's just more clogged up that second time. So the effect of staying spaced is that this help side defender can't help as much into this lane, and you get a better drive. They go cross screen on both actions. This time you kind of sleep in here. This is Caravan in white there, number 11, and Donovan Klingen that aren't communicating too well through the screen. He's got his head turned to the ball, and the lane is wide open. You'll see on the second one, they do the same thing with the cross screen. Newton allows the first step, and the guy from the corner is more in the dunker spot. So it's just a little bit more clogged up. Caravan, he's got his head turned again, and Klingen isn't really there, so the only difference is that guy in the dunker spot. And it's a good job from Trammell, I think. Could be Butler, forgive me. But he gets off 2 feet. It's tough play, jeez. Gets off 2 feet, which is very good. Just keeps you more in balance, gives you a better shot at getting fouled, going up strong and all that. But we turn it over here, and like I said, it's just too clogged up. The right read is probably to the corner here, because he's now a little bit further in the paint, further towards the hoop than he was on the last one. You see it's just a quick stunt rather than like sitting in that spot. Quick stunt, and then he's out, versus this time he's just camped in that spot. So the ball could probably go to the corner here. Camped. kick it out. I mean, damn, it don't look great for San Diego State, but this is pretty good, disciplined offense from all these guys and their roles. He'll just stay spaced the whole time. It's fine. We got a double stagger here looking thing with a handoff. Get the handoff to go, and then roll immediately to there. We're waiting right here. You see that's Trammell. He's waiting for the straight line drive to go a little bit so he can get some offense behind the ball and sprint to the crackback spot behind the ball. And then we're staying wide here. We got two guys both looking for position down low. He's open, but it's a tough shot. It's actually, decent offense despite the terrible looking jumper and kind of not well spaced or organization. Yeah. All right, so we get a straight line drive out of the corner here, and there's no help side on the baseline after this one pass, but it's a good job by Cam Spencer. Let me talk about his read and what he's doing. He's reading Ledee. After this help side comes on the straight line drive here, he's obviously the guy open, so we're just waiting to see if he's going to go on and switch on him. Klingon, by continuing to come towards the ball like he does right there, is just going to say, I'm available if you need me. I'm here. He's trying to keep himself in the play. And then Ledee doesn't go, so we just make the right play. Tough to guard here from UConn. They're going to run Klingon off this one here. And then even though he's setting this screen, this is basically a screen for Klingon if you listen. Okay. So the guy he is being guarded by is going to guard the ball, which means the next closest guy is this guy. But Caravan's just running him straight out of there. So this screen, although it's a screen for Caravan, it's getting Klingon open. And, yeah, it's tough to guard. Running off one. Ooh, the hesitation. Waiting for the setup. So, yeah, this whole second half is just pretty masterclass from UConn against San Diego State. Coming off this screen, we're going to read him and see if he's going to help or not. But before he can even make that decision, I'm going to decide for you and just cut right to the hoop. And then from there, it's one step. You just make the easy play again. Right to Klingon. It does help to have a 7-footer that, just bodies people and then runs right to the rim without being stopped. It's like I could say he needs to jam Klingon, but that's Tristan Newton in the corner. And I don't even think you sag off of him in time. You can get in good enough position in time unless you stay there right now. But, yeah, I mean, I guess you're a little bit too close to him at this point because the handoff is going and you can anticipate it a little bit. But it's just so quick that you don't even have time to get in front of him to do that. And then Ledee has to go, and then you can't get there.